What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Evelyn, and I am back with a recap of Season 1, Episode 2 of the L Word Generation Q. As always, I will be spoiling the entire episode, so please proceed with caution. Let's kick things off with Bet It's Only Cheating If You Get Caught Porter. We join Bet and baby Angelica at campaign headquarters. It seems Bet is still peeved at Angie's school skipping, pot vaping adventures with BFF Jordy, so Mama B's keeping a close eye on her, and poor Ange is less than thrilled. This used to be my playground. Bet has a meeting with campaign manager Pierce and newly appointed head of PR Danny. Danny has taken it upon herself to set up a meeting with Felicity Adams, who you'll remember as the woman Bet had an affair with. Danny insists they get a statement from Felicity to stay ahead of the scandal. After reluctantly agreeing, Bet makes sure Angie will not be in the office when Felicity arrives. And when Felicity does arrive, she and Bet make some serious eye contact through the glass walls of Bet's office before Felicity is whisked away by Danny to give her statement.
Tomorrow.
Bet speaks at an LGBT center for homeless youth during a televised town hall and hits it out of the proverbial park. She speaks from her heart and even has a touching moment with a teen from the center. While watching the town hall, Danny tells Pierce that Bet is clearly at her best when she gets personal. Pierce then cryptically remarks that Danny still doesn't know why Bet is running for mayor. He then proceeds not to tell her. Finally, after a long day of campaigning and mothering, Bet decides to take a load off, find a secluded park, and meditate in solitude for the rest of the evening. JK. She actually meets her ex-Boothang Felicity in the secluded park, and the two hold hands and talk about how much they miss each other.
Hell no, no.
It's Alice and Nat's first date, and they are at Nat's place about to do the nasty when a super pissed but still extremely hot Gigi shows up and makes a huge scene, which ends in her nailing her wedding ring to Nat's front door. Alice is in a meeting with some stuffy network executives, and instead of being praised for her unplanned interview with Bet, she is met with disapproval for stepping outside of the tightly regulated, pre-approved content for her show. The stuffy executives decide to leave Drew, a successful TV writer, behind to help Alice get the show back on track. Unfortunately, she doesn't have much time to react to the news because girlfriend Nat's son is sick at school and neither Gigi nor Nat can pick him up. With Shane's help, Alice takes care of the nauseous kid and ruins a crock pot in the process, but saves the day. Later that evening, Alice expresses to Nat that she wants to be more included in the kids' lives and not just an occasional babysitter. Which is weird because Alice doesn't seem to like being around the children all that much, but she doesn't seem to mind being around Gigi. In fact, the two get to know each other just a little bit better this episode. Shane spends most of the episode trying to avoid signing for a mysterious package which obviously contained divorce papers from her mysterious wife, Kiara. Unfortunately, roomie Finley unwittingly signs for said divorce papers. After having a tiny Shane meltdown, she decides to drink her sorrows away with Finley at a dive bar. At the bar, Shane meets a flirtatious bartender named Lena and her server girlfriend Tess. Long story short, there's a good chance Shane is gonna buy the dive bar, turn it into a gay bar or club, and let Tessa and Lena run it. Long live the planet. The newly engaged Danny and Sophie are planning their engagement party, and things are going well until Danny casually mentions that she has a new job working for Bet Porter. Understandably, Sophie's upset that Danny made such a huge decision without consulting her first. This is another busy episode for Danny. After her morning spat with Sophie, she is forced to face her father and tell him she's now working for Bet Porter, and to add insult to injury, that she and Sophie are engaged. Needless to say, he does not take either news very well.
Did somebody say party?
Sophie's whole ass family comes to the engagement party, which is nice because Danny's father is a no-show and Sophie's family immerses Danny in love and acceptance and is beautiful to see. Sophie and Danny slow dance while staring lovingly into each other's eyes, and they seem to have survived another episode. Super adorable and extremely nervous Micha is on his first date with hot neighbor Jose at a fancy restaurant. During dinner, Jose mentions that he knows Micha is transgender, and Micha instantly clams up. It seems he doesn't like talking about his past before he transitioned. Jose drops it, but during an after-dinner swim, he brings it up again, with Micha responding, "I want to tell you everything about my whole life, but I haven't met a lot of people who don't squint and imagine what I used to look like, so I don't talk about it. Now, I'm afraid to look at you." And Jose perfectly responds with, "You can look. I'm not squinting." Last but not least is our girl Finley, who's still squatting at Shane's house despite Shane hinting that she's definitely overstayed her welcome. When she and Shane hit a local dive bar, Finley tries repeatedly to pick up women, but despite all her big talk, Finley has like zero game. Eventually, a kind-hearted soul named Rebecca takes pity on her, and soon enough, Finley finds herself in the middle of getting laid. Except, well, in the middle of getting laid, Finley has a panic attack or something similar and has to put a hold on the coitus. Far from a quitter, the very next evening, Finley ditches Sophie and Danny's engagement party and successfully seals the deal with Rebecca. She committed suicide. And that is the end of the recap. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me, what did you guys think about the revelation that Jenny committed suicide, as well as the super casual way the information came out? Once again, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm going to leave you with a sneak peek of the third episode. I'll see you next week.
Lena, this is Bet and Alice.
Really good to meet you both.
Stop.
I didn't say anything. What's better than this?
Nothing.
And then she's like, oh, I gotta go to church on a Tuesday.
I'm happy to compromise with you. I'm just not about to compromise with your dad.
You and Nat could go get coffee.
Did she tell you to say that?
She misses you. I brought two best friends back together.
2 ex-wives.